Hello there, my name is Olusungu and this is High Tea Elegance, where I teach you all things luxury, beauty and elegance in this life. And in today's video, I want us to talk about dressing appropriately, how to dress for different occasions in the most appropriate manner. So if this interests you, let's get started. Dressing appropriately is very important as it speaks well for you and represents you well. Now, there are different ways in how somebody can dress appropriately depending on the occasion, depending on where they're going and who they are meeting. So the rules of dressing appropriately differ in different settings, and in this video I'll be explaining how to dress appropriately for different occasions. So the first occasion, the first place that I have here with me is the workplace or the office. So now, the workplace can be anything, it can be anywhere. It differs according to different people and the type of work that they are practicing. So it is important that you understand your workspace, you understand your company, you understand your organization, you understand the place that you're working in, the industry, and the rules of the game. What are the expectations? What is at stake? Especially if your work deals with you interacting with clients, interacting with other organizations, interacting with different people, or interacting on a global space. It is very important that you take into consideration all these things, as this will help you structure your wardrobe in a way that supports that, promotes your growth, and represents you well. So the first thing is that you need to look professional in whatsoever space you work. Whether you are an engineer, you work in a factory, you work in an industry, you work in mining, professionalism is important in whatsoever way. If your workplace or your profession requires you to wear a uniform, much of the work has already been done for you. Let's say you're a nurse, you're a police officer, you are a traffic officer. That is a bit easy, because all you have to do is wear your uniform and then maybe just throw in a few things to make it look cute, like work on your hair, wear some earrings. In most cases, if you wear a uniform, you don't really have to accessorize, because the uniform is standard. You really have to let the uniform shine, so it's a bit easier. Now, for people who are in corporate, this is where the fun is. So you have to really show up looking your best, and this may be tedious sometimes. So you can invest in suits depending on what your style is, suits that are not overly tight, suits that are comfortable, chic, but are still decent. It can be a pantsuit, it can be a skirt suit, works well. Now, I see this a lot. Everybody believes dressing professional, looking good, is throwing on a black skirt with a white shirt, or a gray skirt with a black shirt, with a white or black shirt. This is very predictable, and it's one of the first things you see even if you Google professional attire. But it tends to look boring when you do it over and over again. The idea is that you still have to maintain your style and your individuality. You still want to be seen through your work, but through your clothes as well. Because dressing well already communicates something to the people that are seeing you. So when you walk in, when you come through, if you dress well, you feel good, even your confidence levels change. That is why it is important that you must really put in some work in how you look. So don't put yourself in a box. A maxi skirt, a maxi dress can work in the office. It is all about how you choose to style it. A maxi skirt is not always for summer. A maxi dress is not always for summer. Of course, considering the design, considering the texture and how it has been created. Because most maxi dresses are known to be for the summer, and this is because they are floral, they are sheer, or they have a very light material that easily catches dirt that you can't really live through throughout the day. So you really have to be careful on this one. You can try something that looks like this. Pleated skirts are very great to wear at the office, depending on how you style them. They are maxi, but they are amazing. They make you look professional, polished, and they set you apart because everybody else is wearing that gray skirt and that white shirt. You can also invest in professional dresses, dresses that look something like this, dresses that hold you well. They are still decent. They may be knee length, slightly below the knee, or maybe an inch above the knee. They still look good, they still look professional, and you can still show up looking your best. So instead of just wearing these in a plain way, you can accessorize by using scarves, using brooches, using great necklaces, great bracelets, in order to just add some taste and class to your style. This can also work for a suit. Instead of just wearing a suit in a plain way, you can accessorize it as well. So now, ladies, sheer clothing should not be in the office in any way, especially if you're going to wear it exactly as it is. Maybe you can wear a sheer top if you decide to put a blouse under, like if you decide to put a camisole under, it works. But if you're going to wear it exactly as it is not appropriate for the office. If you decide to wear a bodycon at the office, the length should be nice, and you should throw over a nice blazer that still covers you and makes you look decent, because we all know how a bodycon fits you. It holds you in all those places, and sometimes it's just like you don't want to be a distraction in the workplace. You don't want people to be looking at you in a very negative or inappropriate way. So how you dress really matters. It helps you communicate professionalism. Now, should chitenge material be in the office even? I have seen places that accommodate chitenge material, but I think it can be a bit too much sometimes, especially with certain designs. So you can still incorporate chitenge in the office attire in a very classy, elegant, and subtle way. You can add it to your suit, you can tailor it to your suit. You can wear tops that are chitenge but still look nice, but then wear them maybe with a pencil skirt, especially the peplum tops. This looks very elegant, it looks very chic. There are certain workspaces that incorporate a lot of the African fashion in how they dress, and these mostly are NGOs or people who work with NGOs on an international space. I have noticed this a lot, and I believe this is for the purposes of identity, staying rooted, and just bringing that fresh feel into the international space and maintaining the image to say, oh, we are representing the African continent, and it looks good because most of them know how to do it. This is through the rich earrings that are made out of wood, that are covered in chitenge, and it looks so amazing. And you too can bring this. Some ladies choose to keep dreadlocks, some of them choose to keep their natural hair, sister locks, and it looks nice. So if you're somebody that wants to still incorporate the African feel in your work attire, it works. It looks good. Some people even wear head wraps. Some people have adopted this, and it is their style. Like the moment you see them, you see this, and it's just amazing. I have a friend who does this really well. The first time I met her, she was in a head wrap, and it just makes you want to have a conversation with her because she does it so well. It looks good on her, it's unique to her. When she wraps her hair, her dreadlocks, when she lets them out, it just looks nice. So if you're going to do this, let it be done in a classy and chic way. And here are some examples. Mlenga Kapwepwe, Esther Chungu. We see they do that very well, and it looks nice. I like it. Is it really my style? Not really. The next place is the church. Now, churches have got different rules and they all have different expectations. So, it is also important that you understand the type of church you go to. You understand what the doctrine is and what the dress code or the attire says or what it dictates in that place. It is not for you to fight it, it is simply for you to respect it. It is also part of etiquette. So, in most churches, sleeveless is not allowed, and I think we all know why, or we understand, at least we understand why it is not allowed. However, there are certain sleeveless items that may be allowed, especially tops that maybe go up to here, sleeves that go up to here. I'll put in some pictures so that you can see. So, if that is allowed, okay, well and good. If it is not, it is important that you respect that. So what can you actually wear to church? Of course, let's start with the most obvious: maxi skirts, maxi dresses. These look very good, they look very elegant, and they look nice, and they're very appropriate. So when it comes to dressing for church, it is important that you also understand your body, because what may be appropriate, what may be decent, or dressing anywhere for that matter, what may be appropriate for a slender person may not be appropriate for somebody who's on the plus size. Something that may fit well on somebody who's in the middle may not look good for a plus size, or something that looks good on a plus size may not look good on somebody that is slender. That is why it is important that you understand your body, its requirement, and what works well for it. This will save you a lot of headache. Let's start with bandage dresses. Bandage dresses look good, they're very nice, but they're not for everybody. They are not. Because when you put them on other people, like, yes, they hold well, but they shouldn't just be in church. They shouldn't just be in church. They can be worn to a cocktail party, they can be worn when you're out with your friends, but the church setting, no. There are certain slender people who wear a bandage dress to church, throw on a jacket, and it'll just be okay. Oh, she wore a dress to church. And it works like that. Aside from the maxi dresses and the maxi skirts, you can wear a skirt that is slightly below the knee, that is knee length, and still look good. It can be flared, it can be straight. The whole purpose or the whole point is just you understanding your body. There are certain things that should never be in church. Absolutely not. Ripped jeans. You may argue to say, what if this person is just starting, they're still new in their work? Yes, that's okay. But as you are growing, as you are learning, it's important that you start to adjust and just not to say, okay, I can't wear this in church. You can wear them elsewhere, but in church it's just destructive. Graphic t-shirts. There's nothing wrong with this piece of clothing, but when you wear it in church, it's just distracting. Imagine you're seated behind somebody who has a whole lot of words on the back of their shirt. I can assure you, you're going to read every word letter by letter. Even if you read it 100 times, if you see it again, you will read it over and over again. It's just destructive to the people that are around. Something that has a huge animal or something that is just not okay, it just doesn't work. So it is important that you're considerate of this. Another item that shouldn't be in church: leather pants, leather leggings. Guys, these are gorgeous, they're great, they work in other places, but when you just wear them in church, it's just like, oh, ooh, ooh. Or even latex, it's just going to be like, it's very destructive to the people that are in there. You may have not intended to distract the people in there, but it just doesn't work. It works somewhere else. But just for a few hours, don't wear it to church. Just don't wear it to church. Simple. As simple as that. The next place is the gym. Now, this is a bit straightforward because we all know you are going to work out, you are doing intense activities, so you want to be comfortable, you want to be free when you move around. So the best material to invest in is stretchy material. This is why leggings are appropriate, stretchy shorts, tank tops, sports bras, all that. So it is important that you understand to say you are going to work out, you have to be comfortable. Comfortability is very, very important. If you're going to wear a short, ensure that you have something inside the short, especially if you wear shorts that look a bit like this, because when you bend down to do those squats, the people in front of you might just see everything that is going on in that short. So you're going to be conscious of that fact. You can still look decent in the gym. You don't have to be careless there. Some leggings are just too much. Like, they have everything showing. Yes, you're dressed, but nothing is left to their imagination. We can see everything outlined. Unless you tell me you're working at an all-women's gym, maybe. But if you're just working in a public gym, the next place is the beach or the pool. Now here my ladies, here you can wear those sundresses, those open back dresses, those low back dresses, because the place allows for that. You're wearing something that should be at the beach, or something that should be at a resort, something that should be at a pool in town, and then you expect people not to come at you, or people to stare at you in a very unusual manner. It is not classy. So let your dress code be appropriate. So if you're going to the beach, you can wear your thigh-high slit dresses, you can wear your shorts, you can wear those swimsuits. However, there's also an elegant way of doing this when you're in such a place. So get a swimwear that still looks elegant and still looks classy. It can be a full body swimwear, and make sure that you have something to cover up when you leave the water, when you're just seated on your beach chair and just reading a book. Make sure you have something to cover up, especially if you're going to get food, if you're going to go to the dining. It is inappropriate, it is not right for you to go in your bikini, in your swimwear. You have to cover up. So you can invest in a good white shirt, a good oversized shirt, allowing you to cover up whenever you're out of the water. You can invest in a nice long gown, a throw-over gown. This looks good as well. It looks elegant. You can invest, there are certain shorts that you throw on top. Some come in as a suit. It's a shirt and it's a short where you have your swimwear underneath, but then you throw something on top whenever you're out of the water. This works too. So it is important that you invest in that. Invest in a full set of swimwear to help you when you're in the water and outside the water. Okay, my elegant ladies? So the classroom, this is for students. If you're a student, if you go to school, you have to be in the classroom. What you wear is also important. I don't think booty shorts should really even be in class, honestly. Like, why? Like, you are in class. No, I don't think they should be there. You can wear them when you're, I don't know, elsewhere, in your room, at the beach, at the pool, but just keep them out of class. Like, it's very destructive. You walk in and then we can see the dark lines behind, and then we're just like, okay, okay. It's a bit uncomfortable. You don't want to distract the rest of your people. Just dress nice. If you are studying accounts, if you're studying a profession that already dictates how you're going to be dressing, just practice while you're there. If you're studying law, especially lawyers, just dress smart. Practice how you're going to be dressing in the courtroom. Enjoy that time. Let it be a glimpse or an imagination of what may be happening when you're out there. Use that time to train yourself. Use that time to ground yourself and to discover your style in the professional space. Don't use this time to just slap on everything. You can wear anything you want when you're outside class, but when you're in the classroom, let it be you sending a message, promoting yourself rightly, and dressing intentionally. Okay? Okay. I know you've got me. So the bonus place is a themed event. It can be black tie, cocktail, white tie, anything that is themed. Respect the rules of that event in terms of dress code. Appreciate the people that put together the event, because they put in a lot of time, they put in a lot of work, they put in a lot of money. So if they tell you to dress a certain way, simply respect it. If they tell you to wear a certain color, just look for the color and wear it. If they tell you to say it is a cocktail themed party, look for a good cocktail dress. Look for something that is cocktail. I'm not going to spend time explaining what to wear at a cocktail, black tie or white tie event in this video, because I don't want the video to be so long. So if you would like to see those videos, comment in the comment section and tell me what else you'd like me to cover, and I've got you, my ladies. As for now, this is where I end this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share with somebody. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you on this channel because I teach you all things elegance, beauty, and luxury. I will see you in the next one.